the Helios Flight 522 mystery, the plane that flew with no one awake. On August 14, 2005, a passenger jet took off from Larnaca, Cyprus, heading to Athens. The aircraft was Helios Airways Flight 522. Not long after takeoff, something went terribly wrong. The plane continued flying for nearly 2 hours, but everyone on board had lost consciousness. It became known as the ghost plane. The early warning signs. Shortly after climbing to cruising altitude, pilots noticed a warning alarm in the cockpit. It sounded like the takeoff configuration warning, something that normally happens if the plane isn't properly set up for takeoff. But the real problem was different. The aircraft's cabin pressurization system had been left in manual mode after maintenance. As the plane climbed higher, oxygen levels inside the cabin slowly dropped. Hypoxia takes over. At high altitude, lack of oxygen causes hypoxia, a dangerous condition where the brain and body begin shutting down. Symptoms include confusion, dizziness, poor decision-making, loss of consciousness. Investigators believe the pilots became disoriented and eventually passed out. Passengers in the cabin would have lost consciousness soon afterward. Plane flying itself. With no one awake in the cockpit, the plane continued flying on autopilot. Air traffic controllers in Athens tried repeatedly to contact the crew. There was no response. Eventually, Greek Air Force fighter jets were sent to intercept the aircraft. The terrifying discovery. When fighter pilots approached the aircraft, they saw something chilling. Inside the cockpit, the captain appeared slumped over. The co-pilot was motionless. Passenger oxygen masks were hanging down. Then they saw one person moving inside the plane. It was a flight attendant named Andreas Prodromou. He had apparently used a portable oxygen bottle to stay conscious. He managed to enter the cockpit and tried to regain control. But by then, the plane had run out of fuel. The crash. When the engines failed, the aircraft descended uncontrollably. Crashed into mountains near Gramatiko. All 121 people on board died. Why the story feels so chilling. What makes the Helios Flight 522 tragedy so eerie is the timeline. For nearly 2 hours, the aircraft continued flying normally through the sky. From the ground, everything looked fine. But inside the plane, passengers were unconscious. Pilots were incapacitated. Only one man briefly fought to save it. And for a while, a completely silent airplane flew across the Mediterranean with no one truly in control.